What's your name?
Ygritte.
I'm Adam Bubb. I'm here today with Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones, Ygritte on Game of Thrones, I should say. Nice to have you in the country. Is this your first time to Australia?
It is. It is. Yes, it's my first time to Australia.
Sorry it's not sunny weather for you today in Sydney.
But it's still good. I mean, this is better weather than we get back home.
Yes, that's
This is a
true.
good day for London.
So we've seen the trailer for Game of Thrones Season 4, which is coming out really, really soon. What can you tell us about Ygritte and your character, you know, and her journey over the next season?
She is almost a completely different person, and she's shut down, and she is, well, she's a scorned woman, so she's out for vengeance.
That must make it pretty exciting to play such a kick-ass character and to kind of go, yes, I get to roll around with my bows and arrows. And I've seen in the trailer, you know, you're looking pretty fierce with that bow and arrow.
Yes, no, and she does. I mean, she's turned into a dangerous woman, and we see a very different side to her. I mean, it's a feral side of her that we see this season for Ygritte.
Has that been a bit daunting going feral?
No, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. It's rather wonderful. It's very, very cool as an actor to play a kind of dangerous side of that.
So when it comes to actually learning like the bow and arrow and learning that kind of thing on set, I mean, you look pretty fierce. What was it actually like learning that kind of thing?
I loved it. I kind of threw myself into that because that part of her, I enjoyed that she was a warrior and very good at this and a trained hunter. And so I had archery lessons and I was kind of like, you know, becoming very comfortable with pulling the string back and making it look as fluid as possible. So it was great to get stuck in.
Were there any archery malfunctions? Like, did you accidentally shoot someone, or did you accidentally kind of like hurt yourself or fall over?
No, I didn't hurt myself, touch wood, but I mean, I could easily have done. But no, it was, there were no accidents so far, so it's been okay.
So let's look back a little bit at Season 3, which is out on DVD now. So in Season 3, we saw you get quite raunchy with Jon Snow. And I have to ask, I know everybody asks what are the sex scenes like, but honestly, as an actor, what is it like doing those sex scenes?
It was my first sex scene ever, so it was rather new for me, new and nude, both, the double whammy. But it was fine in the sense that it was something that I felt that it had to be done, that these two characters finally were going to be alone together, that this is what they both wanted. And it wasn't gratuitous in any way. It was them in their own little bubble, in this cave, within this cave, and it was her way of, you know, showing the love that she has for Jon Snow. So it was, you know, I mean, it happened, it needed to be done.
How many people are on set when you're filming like something that's such an intimate kind of scene like that?
Yes, obviously it's always going to be a closed set, but within, you know, the machine that is Game of Thrones, obviously a closed set still means, you know, 20 to 30 people, crew-wise. Yeah. And so there was, but obviously everybody's incredibly respectful, and so it was, I felt, you know, I didn't feel anxious or nervous in any way, just because it's a very welcoming set anyway on a day-to-day basis.
So is that something like, if you have kids one day, is that something you would be okay with them seeing and you'd go, yeah, you know, look at Mum when she was younger, she was pretty hot?
No, I don't think, but more so, I don't think my children would want to see it either, but no, it's certainly something that my family haven't seen for obvious reasons, or my friends, so.
Are your family, like, are they fans of the show, or do they just, they stay off it?
Oh, no, I mean, my brothers and sisters love the show for obvious reasons. It's an incredible show. It really, really is, and it's got, you know, all these amazing elements going on within it. So, no, they are big fans of the show. They just obviously didn't watch that.
So did your mum and dad fast forward? Did they skip scene and DVD?
You know what? I think they were even super safe, and they just didn't watch that episode.
Now, I've got to ask a question that fans would love to know.
Right.
What is it like to kiss Jon Snow?
What is it like to kiss Jon Snow? It's fine.
Is it like kissing another human being?
It's like kissing another human being, exactly. It's like kissing a boy. Kissing Jon Snow is like kissing a boy. No, it's bizarre. We're very good friends, and so it was always a little bit kind of like, okay, this is going to be a little bit weird. Like kissing a good friend is always quite weird, but you know, it's a job, and you have to do it. You know what the job entails, and so. Yeah.
It's a job. It's a job to kiss Jon Snow. There's so many different characters and plot lines on the show. Is there a character in particular that you like the most?
I would say that going for my favourite, it has always been Joffrey. It has always been Joffrey. I've got a lot of love for him as a character, and also Littlefinger. I love watching the scenes at Littlefinger, and he's so devious, so evil, which is actually also, you know, same as Joffrey. But those two are my favourite characters.
And talking about the other cast members, is there anybody in particular that you formed a really kind of strong friendship with on set? You know, while in between takes, you kind of just hang out?
It's bizarre because actually I have never worked with Emilia Clarke, who obviously plays Daenerys, and then the two characters, Ygritte and Dany, obviously never meet for the time being. But I love that girl to bits. We formed a lovely relationship outside of the show, and she's amazing. So I feel very happy to have made a new friend.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Well, it's been lovely chatting with you today, Rose. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.